All right, first things first, I have a few amazing announcements to make. First of all, as I walk through this bush, it is amazingly beautiful outside this morning. I wish I could describe how nice out it is today. Actually, I can describe it. This is why we have technology. It is currently 21 degrees outside, which is another piece of good news that I will tell right now, is I got my first official sunburn. And I took a shower this morning. I took a warm shower and it hurt. It hurt a lot. And that was the first sign that summer is on its way, which I feel absolutely ridiculous talking about. Another really amazing sign that summer is on its way is BC Parks has officially announced that they will be reopening a lot of their parks. Backcountry experiences with friends are coming soon. Speaking of backcountry experiences, I have decided to further my preparation for my project this summer. And part of this project is going to have a really heavy focus around building and following topographic maps and learning how to navigate in the backcountry. For today's video, what I wanted to do was learn how to use TOPO-Maps. All right, so basically I have now printed off my first ever topo map, and Eddie and I are gonna go and summit Mount Benson, except we're gonna do it from Westwood Lake, which is, I think, slightly less traveled. Basically, this is just gonna be a really good test of how to use a topo map. So we soon departed from the farm, Eddie with banana in hand. We arrived to Westwood Lake. This is our starting point. The hike started mellow, pretty easy, not really any hills or elevation gain. So it looks like we're gonna go up this way, up this middle trail. Let's see what happens.
Sounds complicated.
And something to keep in mind right now is, I guess we're on a mountain biking trail. We're gonna wanna be a little cautious. So the approach in was actually quite beautiful. I think we're on the right path. This is kind of new to me, this whole topo map thing. According to the map, you're supposed to cross a creek, and we're at a creek with a bridge crossing in the background. So I think we're doing okay so far. Well, we followed all sorts of mountain biking trails that kind of scurried off in every which direction, and we eventually came onto a logging road that actually came to a dead end. And once we arrived to this dead end, we weren't totally sure where to go, but we seen some trail tape on some trees in the forest and we decided to go for it. And like any traditional Vancouver Island adventure, we ran into some bushwhacking. Because on your right side, there's that blank patch of rock and people probably doing the same thing. A little bit of bushwhacking. It is Vancouver Island after all. Progress update. We're no longer on a trail. We're more on a route. I think we're a little off course, but still in the right direction. We ended up getting a little bit lost, let's call it, and I'm actually really stoked with this little viewpoint that we found because it's one of the most beautiful spots that I've personally ever been to on Mount Benson. How was that? How would you rate that adventure so far?
That was good. Scratchy.
That was a solid 7 out of 10 adventure. More adventure than fun, but it was a little bit fun. So the whole time we were bushwhacking, we thought we were on this trail, but it turns out we somehow traversed through the forest and now we have ended up on this red trail, which is not where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be on the blue trail on a logging road. We're smart. And before we knew it, we were back on the main trail at the summit of Mount Benson.
An extra 5K and a lot of like bushwhacking.
So yeah, 8.3 kilometers, 2 hours. Not bad for the hike up. I wonder what the run down will be like. We made it back to Westwood Lake, and actually it was Eddie's idea to go for a swim, and it was cold, but you know what? It was so refreshing and so worth it. Woo! So 16.5 kilometers, just under 4 hours. That was pretty good. A good mountain summit from Westwood Lake. Good navigational practice. Good trail running practice at the end, booking it down.
Gonna cover up because I'm kind of see through it now.
Running, mountain climbing, hiking, navigational practice, swimming, and just some good life talks. Many valuable skills learned today. Woo!